it became so clear to me when I was a senior in high school and maybe a freshman in college, where I started to seek truth. And I looked in my Jewish roots also. And I went back to synagogue, and I was reading the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament. And one of the 10 Commandments is to honor your father and your mother. And I think I took my father and mother for granted. Now, they'll tell you I was always a great kid, okay? But I believe I took them for granted to some degree, and also expected things of them that was not fair. I don't know if we ever get over that completely, but it really helped me to realize, how can I live this truth to honor my father and my mother? What does that mean? Well, one thing it meant to me is that my parents, and some of you are parents, or your children, we all have parents, or you have kids or whatever, that parents are individuals. They have their own life that they're living. They weren't just put on the planet to take care of my needs or anyone else's needs, and that we're here to grow up. We're here to mature. We're here to unfold, not to expect parents to fill our every need. You see children, even children 40 years old, 50 years old, expecting their parents to be their servant, or to take care of them. Instead of realizing, wait a minute, my grandparents, my parents, they're individuals on their own soul's journey. Now, I think there's a lot of freedom when you start to understand that about parents, and to learn to start to separate from that and realize they are on their own journey. And they are an individual and I am an individual. We're both on our own journey. And therefore, I treat them with respect, and they treat me with respect. Because ultimately, we're here to connect with the divine parent within and live from that place. And when we can learn and live from that place, we can better walk our talk and live the truth in our families. Amen? Because now, look at Jesus. And this was pointed out to me one time, that Jesus was the teacher for his mother. She was a very holy person. She must have been, to give birth to a man like Jesus. But he was her teacher. And we all come into the families that we're in for a reason, a sole reason. We're in that situation. We've made perhaps some kind of soul contract to be in that relationship. Something has drawn us into that family. And we can, by knowing that and realizing that we don't own our parents, we don't own our children, we don't own our grandchildren. They are divine beings who are here to learn and grow. And we're not owned by them either. We are everyone. Each one is a spiritual being on a journey. And so if we can stop expecting parents or others out of a place of ownership, then maybe we can find a greater sense of freedom. I know I have. I know I've been greatly freed over the years from expecting something from my parents, and instead realizing that I can be an instrument with my parents. I can be an instrument with my family. We can be instruments wherever we are.